Less than 1 minute, folks, from our interview with, once again, Mr. Shad Lierley. Okay, folks, we do have Mr. Shad Lierley on the phone tonight. Are you there, Mr. Lierley?
It's Lierley. Yeah, I'm here.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight, and we do have quite a few people in the room tonight that have stopped by. And first of all, congratulations on your leap into the profession. I always ask, what makes a top-rated wrestler decide to jump into the IFL and Ultimate Fighting over what you was currently doing? Because you were a top-rated in the UAA.
Well, as far as like wrestlers go, there's no professional wrestling as far as amateur wrestling. There's no like really jump into professional amateur wrestling. I mean, pro wrestling is it's fake, it's not real. So as soon as you graduate from college and you want to keep wrestling, all you have to look forward to is the Olympics, and there's not really any money in the Olympics. So if you want to make a living, pretty much MMA is the next step for any really good wrestler. So I think that's kind of what makes wrestlers make that jump is as a profession doing what they love athletically.
So how did it feel the first time you went into competition in the IFL?
Felt great. I was well prepared for that fight. I had a few injuries. I had hurt my rib about I don't know 2 weeks before the fight, so I was a little nervous because of the injury, but I was really amped up. I was excited. I wasn't too nervous because wrestling had prepared me, to deal with those nerves. I'd wrestled on a really high level, so I was prepared for the fight, and I just went out there, and I think what was most satisfying was the way I won, and because I was known as a wrestler and a jiu-jitsu guy, and I won by TKO. So I think the style in which I won was kind of what really got me excited about that fight.
What, not only did you win it in at your debut, I believe it was a first round TKO against Adam Lynn.
Yeah, that's correct.
And folks, if you would like to ask our guests tonight, just please go ahead and raise your hand. Go ahead, show guest.
Okay,
Oh, I thought
Crash.
somebody.
Just so you know, Crash. Show guest is the guest on the phone, and it'll jump up once in a while. So, but I do have a question for the guest. And first of all, Shad, welcome to Paltalk Friday Night Fights. Great to have you here. It's
Thanks.
really a general question. When being a wrestler, I mean, first of all, how long have you been in the business?
As a professional fighter,
Yes,
this
as
is
as a
starting as
professional
my
fighter.
second year.
So
Yeah,
this
this is
is your
my second
second
year as a
year.
pro.
Now,
Yeah.
do you plan on doing this as a career for as long as you can?
I'd like. I don't know if I'm going to use it as a primary career. I mean, if I keep doing as well as I have done in this past year, and my career keeps growing, yeah, I think I will do it as long as possible. Because I enjoy doing it. I mean, I love training. I love waking up in the morning, lifting and running, and going in and training in the evening. I think it's an awesome job, and if the money's there, then I'll keep doing it, and I'll look at it as a career. But I did go to college, so I know that maybe I'll have to have something to fall back on, and as far as health insurance too, I'm gonna need a career as far as that goes. So depending on the way that my career goes, I might use it as a supplement, or I'll use it as a primary career.
Do you have any aspirations to taking the championship belt? The championship belt?
Well, my next fight is for the championship belt, so I'd have to say, yeah, I have
Well,
aspirations for that.
okay then. See, I don't know what your plans are, but I realize that you're in for the fight of your life then.
Yeah, this is I had to pull out of my last title fight because I broke a toe in my I broke a toe. It actually broke pretty bad. The toe came, it was like sideways, and the bone came out the bottom of the foot about an inch. There's a big laceration. I had to go to an orthopedist to put it back in. It was really bananas. So I had to pull out in my last title fight. That was against Chris Wardesky in the Grand Prix of last season. But this next fight, I'm dropping down to featherweight at 145 for the title fight, and that's April 4th in New Jersey.
Well, I wish you all the luck, and I wish that you take the championship. I'm sure it's also a good hunk of money.
Yeah, I don't think the money is the most important thing. I mean, it's kind of the notoriety and just knowing that it's what I've worked for, and putting the hard work in and it paying off.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Crash. I turn it back to you.
Okay, Shad. I always ask this question. Out of all the fighters in your weight class, which one do you least want to face, and which one do you want to face more than any of them?
Oh, that is a tough question. I don't know about least wanting to face. I mean, I just dropped from 155, so prior to being at 155, I really would kind of be disappointed if I had to go up against BJ Penn right now, because he's a phenomenal athlete. And I've been watching him for a long time, and I think his skill set is just so far good, that I think I'd be really nervous about that fight. And now that I'm down at 145, I like to fight the best people, and it doesn't matter which league it's in. I always want to fight the best, and I think right now Uriah Faber has a lot of press behind him and has a lot of momentum. I mean, he's an awesome fighter. And I think if I could choose anybody to fight, it would probably be Uriah Faber. And I think Wagner Fabiano, right now he's the top of the 145 in the IFL. So I'm really looking forward to fighting the best, that they have to offer. And right now, I think Wagner Fabiano is probably the person that I would want to fight the most right now.
All right, we have a SEAL 2004 from Argentina. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So very welcome, Shad. Well, my question is, we like here in Argentina, I think that you know about some very important people that they fight really. How was your first aim to become a fighter, to develop this sport, okay? And what is your strong ability, to main characteristic about your boxing or fighting, you say?
Which fighting style? Is that what you mean?
Yes, your fighting.
Yeah, which fighting
style and
okay. Well, I got into it because basically because of wrestling. I traveled around the country and I met a whole bunch of wrestlers. And Reese Andy, who was on my team on the Tiger Sharks, he was our light heavyweight and our heavyweight. He took me to a bunch of MMA gyms when I was in Seattle, and he really is the one that first got me into it. And that was back when I was still in college.